Speech in French.
Salut tout le monde.
He gets my vote.
Je m'appelle Mike et je veux être le président parce que je peux communiquer avec l'université française. Thank you everybody for coming. Yeah, NGA presidency and shit. So basically, I never wanted to. I don't want to like overthrow James. Not the intention at all. I started NG Games my first year, and I was like, "Yay, that was fun. I had a decent time." And then Bro asked me after that to be an exec, and I was like, not really. Ended up being an exec because he's Bro, and he just kind of makes things happen like that. So whatever, I did that. It was a really good time. And then like at NG Games, like, you know that we always talk about like that like spirit of NG Games, and like everyone's all into it and all hyped. Like, I felt that. It was awesome. I liked it a lot. And like, I don't know. So I had a like time of my life, and at Banquet, like I really noticed that Concordia loves everybody. We have the best school for, like you said, we're like one of the last, not one of the last, I shouldn't say that, but one of the most genuine schools in terms of like spreading the love and being there and loving what we do and loving other universities and trying to include everybody. And then at Banquet, it's like
Showing your balls to everyone.
Showing my balls to everyone. Thank you, Justin, by the way, for sponsorship.
Oh my god.
Permanent sponsorship from them now. And no, it just like I'm super happy of the results we got and stuff, but it's like Concordia is not recognized for any of the glory it should get. Like, we're such an amazing school, and nobody else sees that. And it's not as if like I want to show up to NG Games and be like, hey, we want to win all the things, win all the academics, take home all the first place trophies. That's not what we're about at all. I completely acknowledge that. But at the same time, it's like I want to be recognized for how much of a delegation, like how much of a sick delegation we are. I want to get Concordia excited about NG Games again, because right now, like, look at us, we're like 10 of us at the presidential debate. It doesn't mean anything to most Concordia students, and that's because like nobody really sees the results. They see it as like, oh hey, a 5-day-long party, let's just go and have fun, I guess. And like at the end of the day, like you could argue that's what it comes down to, but it's so much more than that. It's about like bonding and networking and academics and sports, and just like it's about like making the most of your engineering degree. If you're just gonna sit down all day and study your mechanics of materials class, like you're not doing it right, honestly. So it's like I feel like the most fun you get out of engineering is doing that, and like I really want to show my passion for that. And like I feel like as a VP, you cannot do that job as well as if you were president. So that's why I'm running. Out of that, if you were president, like gladly be your exec again. You're a phenomenal president. I just feel like I can make the most of a difference in the way like I'd want to push it if I was a VP, because I wouldn't disrespect you and try to like push your delegation in some other way. Again, I'll gladly be exec. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I don't really have too much of a speech like prepared or anything. I want it to be genuine. So that's.
So, anyone have a question? Just raise your hand and ask a question.
How is your French?
You don't want me to speak French right now?
Well, like, do you speak it fluently?
C'est pas si pire que ça, vraiment. C'est parce que comme je ne parle presque jamais. En termes de communication pour d'autres universités, je suis vraiment correct.
Wait for it to turn red.
Yeah.
Hold it. No. Hold the handle. Wait for it to turn red. Like all the way down. There you go.
Yeah, no, those doors, so many times I'm scared about just lock those doors.
Oh no.
You don't understand.
So yeah, like, je parlais tout le temps quand j'étais jeune, mais maintenant, je vais à Concordia, alors ça arrive presque jamais. Shut up, Rami. Mais le plus que je parle, comme, le plus facilement, ça revient. Et vraiment, quand l'alcool s'en vient, puis tout le monde commence à avoir du fun, comme je suis vraiment douce avec ça. Alors, encore, comme, si je m'en vais rencontrer des chefs, j'ai aucun problème pour comprendre ou communiquer. C'est comme, je suis pas exactement le gars qui se communique le mieux, je comprends, mais en même temps, comme,
It's good
vraiment
enough.
correct. Yeah, there you go. That's recorded, fuck. Yeah.
Okay, so I was wondering, because that was my first NGs, the NGs we just did. So I was wondering, let's say compared to what happened this time, what would be your main focus for the next Eng Games? What would be?
Put it this way, in my first Eng Games, Below was pushing team spirit and participation. He wanted a delegation that really represented what Concordia was about, so that we could bring it back here and get people for next year. And like in that, he really did succeed. We got some sick Froshies like this year. Like you're hilarious, and I love you. You were like a little shy, nerdy kid at Frosh, and then like you went till 6 in the morning every single day Canadian. It was ridiculous. I love you. So I was really impressed with that. So there was that. This end game is like, again, no complaints about the way it ran. The way James runs things, I find, is he's more he decides things and just makes it happen, which is really good because things get done that way. But I'd want to incorporate more people in like decisions well, not for theme, we all decided that. Just in terms of like, for example, the debates. He was like, yeah, I'll just do it at 5. And I'm like, yeah, let's accommodate people, I guess. And his way works completely because you set a date, it gets done, you don't have to worry about it ever again. But I want to incorporate Concordia's opinion into the things I do. It would be my main difference, I feel.
And another thing, would you do things to like go towards more like performance or more like getting a full delegation, more people knowing about it? Because in Concordia, I think a lot of people just don't know about it. We're still like
one of our mistakes this year was again that's the exec's fault as well as James's. Like I'm not pinning it on him. We didn't advertise well enough at Frosh, and even if we advertised a lot, we didn't do it the right way. We pretty much pushed it as it's a 5-day-long party. You should pay $300 and come and buy this T-shirt, and then we kind of scared people off. Then you had Kush for singing "Here's to Everybody," and like we're shoving what the fuck down people's throats. And honestly, it was just not the right approach to take on all of our parts. So that I'd really want to change. The full delegation is like you weren't there, but it was pretty bad. Like in retrospect.
But this is insane. That's how we do at Polytechnic. So.
Yeah, no, but Polytechnic you have full delegation every single year without fail. We have to kind of like ease
people don't know
people
about
into
it.
it. Yeah.
We have 8,000.
You guys puke on people like join Eng Games, blah.
That was fun.
We can't get away with that.
They don't no, we have like 70,000 undergraduates and like 3,000 something.
But to actually answer your question, a full delegation really doesn't matter to me. Whether we're 45 or 35, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I just want people that genuinely want to be there and genuinely represent Concordia. I'm not gonna bring somebody just because like I need somebody to fill in a spot. That's not right.
Okay.
As well for academics, like the only reason why we didn't do well this year is because we weren't prepared. Like I wouldn't necessarily take anybody over anybody else because they were smarter. It's more about the most important part ever is team spirit. If you can do that, you're pretty much in Eng Games, and you sort people based on that. But yeah, like we had a sick team this year in terms of academics. But the problem was like there were no preparations done beforehand. Like for example, the software team was like, oh hey, how do you algorithm a maze? I don't know how to do it either. I would have had to like improvise that completely, and you did, and it was great. What's that?
Backtracking.
Yeah, freaking recursive function. Would have figured it out eventually. But just like, had we known that going in, we could have gotten the coding done in what, like an hour or two, and just like chilled and slept the rest of academics. For civil, we got 4th place, and like the practical team they got first, like pretty much guaranteed. And then the rest it was like we forgot textbooks, and we weren't sure what to expect going in. Like that's why we lost academics. Like straight up, we could have gotten at least software and civil, 3rd place at least, and at least a couple more. So like in terms of that, I'm not really pushing academics, but yeah, I'm pushing to be more prepared for academics because nobody remembers the 4th place person. There's nothing to show for that. And it was great we got 4th place. I'm proud of us. But no, I want to bring back some trophies. Let's make it up.
I have a question. Dealing with a team, managing a team, if conflicts arise or tensions arise, how would you deal with, let's say, one member of the team?
In terms of
not pulling their weight and not doing following up on the work that they're supposed to do.
in terms of execs. Well, first of all, I'd select my own exec team. Anybody who's like, I'd like to do exec, like there's a lot of people who want to do exec. Like, you're pretty much guaranteed, what's it called?
Just
sponsors with me or James.
Yeah, regardless of, let's say I don't do my job properly. how would, or I'm not doing my job, how would you go about dealing with that and approach the situation?
I mean, unless anybody was completely, like, blatantly disregarding what they had to do, not showing up to meetings, not representing us when it came down to it, not going to events, like at that point, to me, you're not a VP anymore. But like, just because you missed a deadline or something, or you had an argument with somebody else, like that's all stuff we can fix. At the end of the day, we're all gonna come together, get things done, and like even if one VP has to do a certain job and doesn't do it, and somebody else has to cover for him temporarily, not the biggest deal in the world. Things happen. I don't expect to just delegate all my tasks and get away with it. Please teach me your secrets, but I don't think I don't expect that to happen. Like last year, a lot of the execs, including myself, you know, just like we didn't have any organization, and James ended up doing a lot of the weight. So I'd be prepared to pull my weight if it comes down to it, because I'd be the one responsible. But in terms of actual people, like as long as you put the effort in, you're pretty much good. I mean, I can't force you to do work. It's not my job to be a dictator. It's my job to get Concordia there and, you know, do us proud.
Oh, you can go.
Yeah, okay. I have two questions left, but one.
Yeah.
One.
Okay.
First question, as the president, you have to work with a couple of people, the execs first and all the delegation. This year we had a major case, I think, which was Sayana. We lost
Yes.
one really good partner. And how would you have to deal with that? Because big shit was in there, and the president and social have to work together as a two-headed giant, I think. That's pretty much your when people will work with. How would you deal with that if you're social and you are not quite?
See, the problem with that, basically for anybody who doesn't know, we had our VP social, Sayana, who left a couple months in because her and James got into an argument, pretty much what happened. Like there's not many details there. It was just like it was dumb shit that blew up in the end. But pretty much what happened was she felt like she had no say in anything. She wanted to like help organize Reggie's and stuff, and James was pretty much like, no, I did it already. It's good. Like just sit down. And she felt like she wasn't involved. Pretty much is what it came down to. So in terms of that, like again, I would not make any decisions that wasn't unanimous among the exec team, or at least like hefty majority.
Baking pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Take some bacon and I'll put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pan.
But yeah. But yeah, basically, like, one of the downfalls again this year was we never really had reliable meetings. It was more like, oh shit, a big event's happening. What the hell are we gonna do to pull things together? And I feel like a lot of arguments can be solved by just continuous talking. And if there should arise a problem, I mean, like, there's no, I can't see a situation where things blow up so much that an exec has to leave.
Yanni.
Oh, right. So you said you didn't like how you tried to recruit people this year?
Yes.
How were you, do you have any ideas of how to do it next year?
Yeah, have a plan.
Can you like pitch us like a little? Yeah.
Basically what happened this year was we got 2 18 liters of what the fuck, set up a table. That's about it. I'd really want to have a meeting for my execs beforehand to say like, hey, listen, you should really push this, push that, don't do this. One of the things I really want to do is I really don't want anybody to sing Here's to Froshies, because that scares people off the second they even talk to you. And again, like it works so well for Buddy and stuff, but it doesn't work for us. And like if you target one wrong person, then he or she and their 4 friends aren't joining anymore. There you go, you lost 5 people because of one dumb song. Things like that.
I think we're done with 10 minutes, right? Alright, so this is gonna be it for now.
We're done?
Yep. So